So the main focus in the fandom has been on the Andor series. I posted my full breakdown and review of the first 3 episodes yesterday, but today, my dear friends, we've got some news for other shows, and we begin with The Mandalorian Season 3. After Disney's D23 Expo, we were all saddened to learn that the February 2023 release date had been omitted from the teaser trailer. It just said coming 2023. The social media accounts for the show updated their banners to reflect the same thing, and it seemed as though The Mandalorian Season 3 was pushed back. Since Andor was moved from August to September, and The Bad Batch Season 2 was delayed to January, it only made sense that Mando was moved as well. But today, guys, we've got some potentially excellent news. Hope is not lost, because on Twitter, Carl Weathers has confirmed that Mando Season 3 is still coming in February. When he posted this, fans got really excited, but we've also got to bear in mind the possibility that he simply is going off the old release date, and like the rest of us, he doesn't know the new one yet. This is somewhat unlikely though, given Carl's position as both a main cast actor and also director on the show, so I don't think he'd post this without reason, but it is possible. He wrote the following: "Being part of The Mandalorian has been such a wonderful experience. Cannot wait until February 2023, start of a new season on Disney+. Hashtag this is the way, hashtag grief karga, hashtag be peace." So while this is certainly encouraging, it's also important not to take this as gospel confirmation of a release date, but it's a very good sign. And considering Lucasfilm have not given us an alternative release date yet, February 2023 might still be the release window. And if that is the case, that will overlap with The Bad Batch Season 2. And so moving on to that show, guys, we do have 2 new designs for Hunter and Wrecker in Season 2. Like the rest of the batch, they're sporting the new orange and grey armour. Some fans think the new look is a bit uglier than Season 1, while others very much prefer it. I think in many ways it's a nice distinguisher between the 2 seasons, and also has a sort of freshness to it. The batch is going on a whole new adventure in a riskier time period of the galaxy. It almost signals visually that this isn't the Clone Wars anymore, a sort of evolution in their characters. And so now, my dear friends, some Skeleton Crew and Acolyte set pictures. This comes courtesy of Bespin Bulletin. Filming has been ongoing on the live-action Star Wars series Skeleton Crew since June, and is expected to run until the end of the year. During this time, Bespin Bulletin haven't learnt much or seen much of the series, and even in an unofficial capacity, there have been very few leaks, if any at all, but primarily Skeleton Crew has been filming at Manhattan Beach Studios, the same studio as The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Bespin Bulletin say that currently Skeleton Crew and Ahsoka occupy Manhattan Beach Studios, with the latter also filming at a train yard in El Segundo, which they also used on The Mandalorian Season 3, but they do say another location Skeleton Crew filmed at was at California State University at Dominguez Hills. Bespin Bulletin occasionally visited the university to see if they could get a glimpse at what was being filmed, and while generally the spot was well covered, especially in June, in recent days they visited again and they spotted something really cool. They say, quote, "We did spot an object covered in tarp, which bared a silhouette that would be familiar to all fans of the prequel trilogy. The object looked to be an assault tank used by the Separatists in The Phantom Menace. Whether it is one or not is yet to be seen, but the big question is, why would a tank like this be present in 9 ABY during the time period of Skeleton Crew? Could it be a flashback, or could they have been repurposed by a new villain? That is something we can't answer at this point, but across the pond here in the UK, pre-production on The Acolyte is well underway, with filming expected to begin next month at Shinfield Studios. The Acolyte is believed to begin production inside the studio, before then venturing out to use some practical sets, some in Scotland, some in South England, and others unknown. But one physical set is going to be built outside, behind Shinfield Studios. As we can see from the new images they revealed, the set located behind Shinfield Studios is quite a way away from being ready for filming. At the moment, it doesn't really look like anything. So those are the updates, a couple of tidbits courtesy of Bespin Bulletin for Skeleton Crew, and of course the Acolyte. 2 big shows that fans are looking forward to. Of course, at the moment we're dealing with the Andor series, which doesn't have any Force users, whereas the Acolyte is going to be the absolute opposite, set at the end of the High Republic, about a century before the Phantom Menace. That show will have plenty of dark side users and Jedi as well. As for Skeleton Crew, the 4 main children are Force sensitives, and we're probably going to see some other Force users as well, especially if there are connections to The Mandalorian. And speaking of such connections, guys, we have a new rumour for the Ahsoka series, another rumour that states Mark Hamill is going to be involved. Now it should be said that rumour or not, it would not be too surprising if Luke Skywalker appeared in the Ahsoka show. We kind of expected after the Book of Boba Fett. Dave Filoni says he wants to show us how they met, and there's no way he would pass up the opportunity to show us Luke, Anakin's Force Ghost, and Ahsoka all in the same show. Imagine that, Hayden Christensen and Mark Hamill acting in the same Star Wars project together. And I'm not talking about the updated version of the end of Return of the Jedi, I mean authentically in the same project. So surprisingly, of all places, this comes from a comment on the Andor series review posted to The Guardian. The commenter claims that her husband worked on the Andor series and also shares how some aspects of the set from the Andor show were used on Mando Season 3 as well. And then she reveals that they also used them on the Ahsoka show with Rosario Dawson, and in brackets she puts, and Mark Hamill. And this is not the first time Mark has been rumoured to be involved in this show. Natasha Liu-Bordizzo posted on her birthday to Instagram a Sabine poster that was signed by all of the cast and crew of Ahsoka, and many people pointed out Mark Hamill's signature. Now, as I say, it's not too surprising if it's true, but it's really awesome we're hearing it from all kinds of sources and in all places. So fingers crossed, we're getting more Luke Skywalker next year. This is the way. Now today guys, we took a little break from the Andor show because I do want to give everyone a chance to see it before we dig into spoilery videos. But I will be doing a bit of speculation, maybe some follow-up videos to my breakdown where we kind of dive into some theories, things like that. It is a bit more difficult with this kind of show, but it is possible. And now that the first 3 episodes are out, it's been really interesting to see fans' reactions. For the most part, the reception's been overwhelmingly positive, and I find myself in that camp as well. But for those fans who didn't like it and it's not your cup of tea, that's fine too. As I said yesterday, everyone has their own definition of what Star Wars should be, and for some fans, understandably, this was too much of a departure, but for me and a few others, it worked. Going forward though, we have 9 whole episodes, and I do think it's worth giving a chance. Some folks who've seen the first 4 episodes have teased that episode 4 is a game changer. It picks up the pace enormously from 1 to 3, and apparently feels more like a Rogue One outtake in terms of cinematography. And as someone who loved episodes 1 to 3 of this show, it still is early days. I did love it. It was a very promising start, but let's see where it goes from here. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below of everything we spoke about, the Mandalorian news, Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, and your thoughts on the Andor series now that more than 24 hours have passed since the premiere. So share those thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video guys, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter at StarWarsMeg1, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.